I'm eye to eye with dust particles. My circle's getting smaller. Sci-fi is my fuckery article. I'm fertilizing fathers. Dad's getting pregnant. I'm knocking up male scholars. They're locking up toddlers. Fire is fighting the water. Every element of the universe is pulsating at war. The chess master is a hooded figure allowing the violent easier access across the board. I'm stepping across Ouija's sidewalks like Tom Hanks in Big over chopsticks. They've closed all the doors and killed all the locksmiths. Plotless shadow puppet meet the feebles inside the ovens of Auschwitz. Thoughts are apartments, and all the unhoused are psychic polymaths. Valuations of life in the things that glow instead of the umbrous artifacts. Black is the most important color on the spectrum. I burned David Duke on the cross as long as violence is the pendulum. My brethren is the breaded crescent. Daughters of the 7 and 11. Roll the dice like you're rolling with Lenny Small and you've got no weapons. On an island backed in the corner, and the only available resource is brave progression. I'm warped like Colossus in the Forbin Project mixed with Santa Sangre. When old people run the show and Nimrods order the blockades. I'll bomb Capitol Hill and take a selfie with the National Guard wearing a smile. Got that white power gravity. I rock the Caucasian force field. I can get away with anything. Trump is on my $50 bill. He's my father, my God, and graffiti lettering. Trust fund ignorance is king of the world like Whitey Bulger, releasing hypnotical gases and crisis sulfur. On my sofa, made of metal and concrete, my TV bill is paid by private multinationals and living is obsolete. Prison is a psychotic raccoon academy. The goal is to climb trees then burn them for paper. While every thinker is accused of sex offenses, government hitmen turn them to vapors. Market, if I become a billionaire worth $169 billion, it's every person of color's birthday party. I pay that luxury tax. Every unhoused person gets $500,000 a year. Bulldoze the mansions for affordable housing and access to free health care. The demands we make are simple. Quality of life iconography. Our god is Diogenes. Fuck Mammon. Birthing aquatic underwater city auguries. Ostrich G's dance with the wolves and restore native land to its native peoples. Under sacred steeples, where violence is meted out on the innocent and we crave for sequels. For origin stories, if it exposes Caucasians, then it's automatically evil. We want the origin story that Columbus cozied up the indigenous and taught them civilization inside the eye of the needle. Brought a positive world climate, and the Euros are innocent in threes and not singles. When you know damn well the proper origin story is a story of man-made hell. White privilege talk is not extolling the virtues of blind whitey hating or saying that white life is not a struggle. I know white people who've had it gallingly bad, appallingly. But for people of color, poverty is a natural setup we are told to accept, and the reality is we live in a half-hearted democracy. Anti-blackness surrounds us at all angles. We are a planet terrorized by its inhabitants, distracted by basic cable. Negrophilia is the last source of potable water on this earth, but most will rather die of thirst than option this brand of Weltschmerz. The world is just a boys' club, a fat cat faith farm. But I'm Orwell's Snowball, rolling down the hill of Sisyphus to escape bonds. And the matriarchal goddess has never had her day in the sun. Instead, for 2 millenniums, we've had nothing but phallus in the way of the gun. Since the dawn of Europe's colonialist act of terrorism, no woman has truly ruled dominantly. In the ink of testosterone, the era is written. I carry rhythms in my DNA wreath and bop to the beat as I walk. Because in this Arctic Circle's dark, mind over matter, I feel no heat from the cops. I'm high yellow. I'm less likely to be seen as a threat. Still I tread warily, because modern life is not nice to the queens of Kemet. And for you hotep black radicals, if queer and trans is incompatible with your manual, you are practicing the witchcraft of the irrational, the divisive tactics of a political cannibal. Men have been fucking men And girls on girls for literal eons. You cling to these biblical narratives, gassing a straw man like Freon. Uncle Tom black conservatives are virtually murderous, co-opting postmodern irony for your right-wing shtick out of vicarious observances. Pertinent to playing the advocate for the political party that represents genocide, men who ride and die for the cause of masculine patriotism collides with constitutions not properly memorized. Centralized intellectual content, the media plays the role of teacher. Ushering a nation of dropouts with only cult icons as our leaders. At some point, the fanaticism has to sober up and settle down. On the throne is an albino chimpanzee slumped in the seat, rocking a metal crown. Now, if BLM think tank Alicia Garza is the Antichrist for buying a mansion, then all freedom fighters should be naturally poor for the street credit contraption. Compassion is a rich resource, far from exhaustible. So I got my tongue 1,000 feet deep in the earth, trying to harvest a love arsenal. Mission impossible, but not entirely watchable. Built by the blind, for the blind, where even dreaming isn't optional.